Last cut. As expected. Question is, how do I play this map now? Do I go safe finish in the first round to see how many actually get a risky? Do I make it dependent on how good my run is? If it's a shit round, I go for it because I need to overtake people. And if it's a good round, I go safe finish. Or should I do it the exact other way around? And if I have a good run, then trying to get actually the big points for first or second, but with a chance that I rip my good run. So that's always a little bit difficult to say. On the other hand, I think that if you do one respawn, then you get a risky finish. It could be also still okay. Ah. Nice. So I did a 54, I think, without the risky, and that would be not the best position. I think I go for it. Because yeah, it isn't too difficult, and the safe finish is so slow that many people overtake me. Twelfth place still. But points-wise, it's really already not so great to get that position. Lol. I never survived a part like that. Oh my god. But yeah, the positions are okay, but if I would just get this ending once smooth after a decent lap, I could get so many more points. Yeah, it's like a bit annoying. Fourth place, nice. Almost third. Now good that I practiced this. Again 5 maps, again 4 rounds per map. It's also nice, this system, because in the first ZeratoR Cups there was, we had a case that we had quite long matches in the early rounds, but when the important rounds came, a match sometimes only consisted out of 3 maps to be played. 5 rounds per map, okay, so 15 rounds in total, but only 3 maps and then it was over. And sometimes they had a 20-second map in there, it was quickly finished. Yeah. Ah yeah, it was kind of obvious that we played this now. It should be a good map for me though. Also I will save here a lot, obviously. Landing on the dirt. Just a bit too far away, I guess. Because I kinda lost a lot of places. It's surprising how bad my position was. Yes, that's a okay round. Third, actually. People crashed the end. Nice. Yeah, that was the latest creation from ZeratoR. The longest map was the last one he built, where you have the least amount of time to train. Long maps are, of course, something I like more than short maps, because here more parts are happening, more parts where people make mistakes. Saving is more valid of a strat. I saw on the point score that I have a huge gap to the guy behind me. And that's the best start you can have. Also behind me is a huge gap. Almost one full round, even if he wins it. How am I only 7th? Like, that was the 6th start, I would say. So here's a cut possible that I'm not taking. More red boosts. And then a lot of precision to jump here. Looks to, or could be a second place close with the other. Yes, second place. That's good points. Only a little bit behind first. But yeah, the first guy made the cut. The cut brings multiple seconds. I was already on that good position beforehand, so I guess I was close to him. But he went for it and got it. I'm not jumping far enough to the left. But I'm surprised that I'm only 20th. Oh, well, okay. Because my landing on the dirt, yeah? The one thing is how tight do you jump, but the other thing is the landing on the dirt. And that was a clean landing, you can get it much worse. Okay, that small touch did cost me a lot of positions, but the map is way longer. Important sections come now. Okay. Twelfth place. That is of course not so great. But okay. Well, 26.89 by Jean-René. And no, even though it's a .89, this is not the safe way that he does. But yeah, that moves him so much far in front. One more round on this. Yeah, this is the bad landing that I was talking about. I'm only 4 positions worse than last one, lol. Would be nice to score good points again, because on this map it is possible. It's a bit easier possible than on other tracks. Whoever tried the cut failed, because I didn't lose a single position and then I even won one. So it's a good position for me in the end, 5th place. Actually, also with the times that I drove in the beginning, I would have been two places further up again. Even Naiko was possible to get. Gold won with a 31.3, well, okay. Most people here in the front did score that well. I need top 11 to get to the next round, and that looks good, even though 11th place just got 100 points. But the gap there is quite huge to these players. That's very helpful for me. Seeding, of course, also plays a big role. But it seems like we play a lot of good maps for me. I mean, I have to wait how this map is gonna go for me now, but the previous one and also this one, that are maps where I would say if they came up in the last match, I still had a chance then. Of course, the previous map would have meant in the last match, if I need good points in the end, then I just go for that red booster jump. And if I don't get it, well, who cares? And if I get it, then I actually could have qualified still, so that map gives you the opportunity at least. Okay, let's go. That I'm first with that start is a bit surprising. I'm still first. What the fuck? I choked so hard. I choked so hard. But there is nobody. There is literally nobody. Full 100 points. Nice. Overtaking Tankron. Is that my first place? I mean, this is the first match where you have actually a decent chance for a first place. Because then, so as long as you're in the upper bracket, you always have at least some good top players in the match, in your server. But now all the top players are in the upper bracket in the other matches, and here you only have the guys that went into the lower with you. So you have actually now the chance for first places. Or I don't know how to do this now, that was an unlucky start. I have to save at home. everything together in one round. The 18th place will not score a lot of points. 19. Tankrom again 11. Dude, I got 2 bumps there. The thing is, whenever I played this map in training, it wasn't a lot of training of course, but as long as I played it in training, I never ever had that bump. I was always smooth on my way over these things. And now in rounds I got now twice bugs there. That's a bit unfortunate because I didn't know that this can happen, and now I don't know like how likely is that to happen. How often do other players get that? Man, again a shit start. Fourth with that. Well, okay, 9th now. Ah, she touched. You are allowed to accelerate, car. Gonna lose that 7th place. Gonna be 8th or something. 9th. 8th or 9th. As I won the first round, and with the time that I drew first round, I also would now get still second. Or Tankrom no with the 100. Overtaking back. But yeah, the other 2 rounds were shit. Like my start was in both rounds completely shit. Like the big points are so free on this map. I only need to get somewhat of a decent start and then I'm already in the top places. Not the greatest start. Stop lagging, computer. Man. Oh my god. Ugh, how many positions did I just lose? Oh no. On this map was so much more possible. Also somehow these weird plastic blocks they completely ruined my map here. It was so free to get absolutely top points on this. You know, it's still important to get a good seeding position. It looks good for getting top 11, but I should be second at this point still. But yeah, now I went onto this thing. My car got thrown to the left. Yeah, it got pushed to the left at the entry. And I entered it far on the left to get a good line for the chicane. Yeah, now we get this map. Like a lot of good maps for me in this map pack. That means that the next match is gonna be different. Yeah, next match tomorrow if I reach it, but looks good so far. If these maps are not coming up there, then I have like an issue there. Of course, this can also be a bad map for me. It depends heavily on the ending. But pace-wise, this is a good map, and also the last map is pace-wise a good map for me. And the long map is just for consistency, but also pace-wise pretty good for me. Like pace-wise with the safe lines. Okay. Jumping around here. Bring back this. That was shit. But at least I survived it. There would also always be so much more possible. Like in this match, yeah, where you have not that many super sick players, I have often the chance for the absolute top positions, and I feel like I didn't really use this. In the first map, for example, I didn't really get a run through there until the last round. And also here, if I just get over this edge, my position would have been pretty good there. The rest of the round was shit, but this is good. Also Jean-René is on another level. You really wonder, how did he not make it? But it might be just a map thing, yeah? There might have been really bad maps for him on the in the previous match. Now we play 5 different tracks, at least 4 already. I really wonder how keyboard players are doing the start. I asked that once in the practice match on the server, and people answered keyboard player are doing action key 4. But I don't understand that. Like when I try action key 4 on that start, then I just don't get around the corner. My card doesn't steer enough. So they can't take action key 4 through the whole corner. But they can also never really full steer, I think. So I really wonder how they do that. That's okay. The top 4 have sick times, so I had not the pace for that anyway. Oh, alright, Tayanuchi, that is sick. That's also very unlucky, but well. That's why we have a loser bracket. He shows that he can be very dominant, and he's definitely still a contender for making it to Lille. But the pressure there in this last one must have been huge. Especially when I think what track that was. Oh, okay, I didn't die there on this edge. I might die on the tire. Oh Gott, Marius. I didn't believe I couldn't do anything against that. I was on a good run, on a good time as well. That was also so dumb. I did release during the jump, and that's why I didn't make it. I didn't need to release. I could have just gone full speed and it would have worked. And I would have been 4th place still. Even with that crash, I think I would still be 4th. Or around there. Definitely 6th. And then I release in that last jump. Man, why do I do that? That was a perfect jump. I only had to go full speed. 19 points for that. Ugh. I actually made up a position with this. Naja. Alright, we have one more track, and it's obviously this one. I expected it to come. Like, are that exactly the 5 other tracks from last round? So, but it can't change all the time like that. Also, you would expect that you wouldn't play the same maps in the next round that we had in the previous. But definitely that are much better maps for me. Also, kinda. The first 3 maps in the other match were also fine, so... If you want to see crazy maps for me, then look at this. Actually, it doesn't look so crazy now, because the way I drive it, but even though I also do a 360. And I don't do the cut in the end. First place in the warm-up. I don't know why I do that. There are so many dumb mistakes. But yeah, I'm awake since a long time already today. Oh, 12, no. So dumb. But people are still incredibly good on this track. Also, it's not a good map for me actually. Not against the others. I always thought it would be good. But look at my warm-up run. Was a 52 mid something, similar to what Gold and Cypher did, but I could easily also stay behind them. Just not that fast. $51.9. That's sick. That's really fast with my lines. But with my PB, I wouldn't be any position higher. How do I do against my direct opponents? Gold is actually catching gold. Why? Okay. I'm catching up to Anish a little bit. Also my goal basically is to get third for the good seeding. Yeah, third place is possible here, but it's also possible that I drop to 6th, so we will see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can you tell me how many other players are doing that? This cut, like for me it's so difficult, and when I played this map for the first time, I had the cut consistent, and then I thought, yeah, you definitely do that cut. But the last time I played this map, I didn't get the cut at all. And since then, I'm not sure. I can't do it, like I would completely lose the whole round with that, if I go for it. Why do I get slowed down? No. Okay, didn't lose the position. 8th only, though. And Niche gets good points. Guys behind don't. Another 100 for sure, René. Also, at the moment, I'm just not consistent with this cut. I don't get it. I don't see the reason why it doesn't work for me. And for me, it's just I can't go for it now. But the safe way is also not that much slower. It could be that for me, however, it is needed at some point to just try to cut. Even though I don't like to do it. But yeah, if I get a sick cut successfully after a decent round, then I could actually snipe good positions against good players, against players that go safe finish, if I just stay close enough, kinda. I lost the position there. Can I get... I have a chance actually. Yeah, I think I get 3rd place. Yep, nice. And another 100 for sure, René. Like, how dominant will you be? Do you want to be? So I need the top 11, I got that. Who is here? Top 11. Cypher, only 23 points, gets overtaken by Flo. And there's also Damson very close, but team doesn't make it. And I get 3rd, 3 points ahead of Anish. And that's maybe helpful for the seeding. That's a good position. Need the top 11, got 3rd. Good ending. And this is day 1, guys. This is day 1. We have done it. If other players are starting to do it, I could also be the one that takes advantage from that when many people fail. Always a difficulty. Match finished, alright. Nice, nice, nice. So, yeah, didn't make it in the upper bracket into the next day, but at least I made it into the next day, and maybe I find some time to practice more, but practicing in a way that I really have chances to reach top 16 tomorrow. I mean, that is so unlikely. That is so unlikely. That would mean that where I died in the upper bracket in round 4, yeah, in round 4 where I died, we had 4 servers with 8 players. So basically, I would need to be top 4, yeah, on these servers. I would need to be top 4 on one of these servers of the previous match. Then I would be in the top 16. But you had Coco, Mada, Snow, Mime in the one server in the top 4. Then Granati, Richie, Quentin, Aurel. Interesting, Quentin. Aha. But still, like the people that are behind it, yeah, are also like big names. Then on the next card, Junior, Okay, he is prepared. Afi, Massa, Sam. And then Dofold TKY is actually so good. Who is that guy? Is that maybe the new name from Hugo or something? Who is TKY? And then Scandia and Worker. Ja. Also, very difficult. So if I go into round 5 and I want to refresh the whole thing. Ah, my parents come now.